Hi guys, welcome to the Griddle Gang. I'm so excited that you're here. All right, today's recipe is ricotta cheese pancakes. So for my kickoff of the Griddle Gang, I chose ricotta cheese pancakes because my brand is called Pancake Paperie, and if you're part of the Griddle Gang, of course we have to start with pancakes. That's just, it just has to be. I love the ricotta cheese pancakes. The ricotta cheese adds a little bit of depth to the pancake, so I just think that's great. It doesn't taste like cream cheese. It doesn't taste like cheesecake. It just gives it a little extra something, which I love. Now, this recipe is super easy to make. You can whip it up on a Sunday morning. We're going to get into it. If you have any questions at all, or if you make any variations at all, just let me know in the comments. Okay, so we are going to get into the dry ingredients first. So we're going to start off with 1.5 cups of flour, and we're going to mix all of our dry ingredients together. So 1.5 cups of flour. We're going to add in 2 tablespoons of sugar. Mine's kind of granulated, but any table sugar will work. We're going to add in 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1 teaspoon of baking soda and a pinch of salt. Now I just have regular or old sea salt here, but you can use whatever type of salt you want. And we are going to mix those together with a whisk until it's nice and blended. All right, that should be all blended up. We're going to set this aside. Now for our wet ingredients. For our wet ingredients, we have 1 cup of milk. We have 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Now we add the apple cider vinegar because it gives the effect of buttermilk. We have 2 egg yolks. We've separated the eggs and we've put the egg whites in a separate bowl because we're going to beat them. So here's 2 egg yolks. Make sure that none of the yolks wind up in the egg whites or they won't beat to the stiffness that we need. Okay, so 2 egg yolks. I'm going to add that in. Half a tablespoon of vanilla. We have half a cup of ricotta cheese. I tried to make sure that it's not too liquid. I just poured out any liquid that would come. So just try to make sure that you have, a nicely dense ricotta cheese. This is whole milk ricotta cheese. We're going to add those in, and then we're just going to whisk them together. We want to make sure that we blend up that egg yolk, get the ricotta cheese in there. Perfect. Okay, and we're going to set this aside. Now we're going to take our egg white. We're just going to use a hand mixer. You can whisk it by hand, but it will take you a very long time. So my hand mixer normally takes 2 beaters, but I just use 1. It doesn't take too long to do it. So we're going to plug this in and mix it up. Okay, you know it's ready when you see the peaks come up and So now let's get our dry ingredients, and we're going to mix in our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. Now here's the thing. When you're mixing in the wet ingredients to the dry ingredients, a lot of times people like to make the pancake batter really smooth. We don't want to do this. Maximum times you should fold in the wet is 25 times. I like to count to about 20 just to mix it in. It's okay if there's some pockets of mixture still, but it just makes it so you get a fluffier pancake. Okay, so here we go. We're just going to pour it in. pour in our wet ingredients. And then I use a spatula. We're just gonna mix it in. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll just do one more. 21. Because we are going to be adding now the beat egg whites into this, I don't really mind that it's not folded or mixed too well. You can still see how like there's some batter in there, some flour that you can see, but that's okay. And what's happening right now, the apple cider vinegar that was mixed in with the milk is actually causing a reaction with the baking soda and powder, and it's going to start fluffing it up. And then we're going to add our egg whites. Pour those in there. Clean the bowl out. And we're going to fold these in just a couple times. 1, 2, I do like maybe 5 to 10, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So you can still see like the egg white is here. Maybe I'll do like just a couple more to get the stuff from the bottom to really like pick it up. I don't want to mix it too hard because I don't want to rupture all the air that's in the egg whites. All right, so this is what our batter looks like. You can still see some egg whites here and there, but that's totally okay. Now to scoop it onto my pan, I generally just use a ladle. Because I have a nonstick pan, I do not use a metal ladle. Everything is gonna be this material or wood. So let me just scrape off the spatula here. Okay, and our batter is good to go. So I wish I had a griddle, but I live by myself and I'm only one person. So I'm gonna use my nonstick pan. Even though I have a nonstick pan, I always put butter in the bottom and make that way it doesn't stick, and you always get a perfect pancake from the very first get-go. So let's go heat up our pan. Okay, so we are in my very small kitchen, but that's okay. We can still get this done. Okay, so I've got my stick of butter, which I'm gonna use to butter my pan. Let's turn the grill on. And we're gonna turn it to medium heat. Not too high, it'll cook too fast. Not too low, it'll take too long. So right there, kind of medium heat. Now every stove is different, so it just really depends on what you got. So put some butter in here. While that is heating up, get your spatula out. Now I have a nice thicker, rounder spatula. Again, it's not metal, so it doesn't scratch up my nonstick pan. Get that ready to flip. Let's get a nice scoop. You can see those air bubbles already forming. Now, if you had a bigger skillet, you could definitely do more than one at a time. So you can see some of the air bubbles as they're starting to form, and it's getting kind of that opaque top. That means it's almost ready to flip. Okay, let's have a look here. Perfect. And it's okay if the butter gets a little bit brown around the edges. Just swirl your pancake around it. It makes it extra crispy and it gives it that nice cooked butter flavor. So yeah, look how fluffy that is. See how fluffy that is? So fluffy. Okay, so let's make another one. Some butter here, one nice scoop. And like I said, if you had a griddle, you could cook like 8 of these at a time. Butter that's left over there. Oh yeah, perfect. Again, look how fluffy, see? Nice and thick. Last one. Now the average time each pancake takes is around 2 to 3 minutes. But again, watch for the little bubbles that you start to see pop on the top to check, because everyone's burner's different. I think this is my most perfect pancake to date. Look how round it is. It's beautiful. And flip. Ooh, perfect. Look how beautiful that is. Okay, I'm going to finish the rest of the batter, finish the pancakes, and then we'll put the syrup on. Look at how nice and thick these pancakes are. You can see that you've got really good ratio. They're gonna be nice and fluffy. Now, because they are a thicker pancake, you need to make sure that you cook them almost until they're overdone to get that just right crispiness on the edges, and also to make sure that the center is cooked fully through. If you're worried about it, you could press them down a little bit, but they won't be as fluffy. Okay, you can see the butter's already starting to melt. So let's go ahead and cut into this. Also, you see my really cute fork? It says pancake papery on it. Isn't that cute? Okay. Look at that. See how fluffy those pancakes are? Okay, let's try. That is the perfect pancake. It's got ricotta cheese, that vanilla. It's nice and fluffy. Perfect for a Sunday morning. All right, I hope you really like this. If you want to see more of my Griddle Gang videos, you can go to my webpage, Pancake Papery. I'll link it below, and you can join the Griddle Gang. If you don't want to join the Griddle Gang, you get like extra things in there. You get like a greeting card and a sticker. You can also go to my Substack, where I will post the recipe, and the recipe will be there if you just want to go find it online. And you can watch this video and follow along. All right, thanks so much for being here, and I will see you next month with the next recipe for the Griddle Gang. Bye.